Red leader. I need 5 minutes. Bank on the corner. He's on my tail. I got a reaction to do.
I can't shake him. Welcome to the final reaction. We are here to look at another reaction.
All right, and it's Gabe back in the building, ready to go. Guys, super excited, as you guys already saw, with the Star Wars apparel. Nick's got his Jedi hat on. I got my Star Wars hat on. I have my Luke authentic replica. I love when they say authentic replica. Authentic replica Luke Skywalker helmet. So, yeah, Nick, what's going on, brother? Talk to me, man. I'm super excited.
He's so excited. He lost his train of thought. Yeah. So we are checking out a reaction for the Book of Boba Fett. This is a spin-off series from The Mandalorian. We saw Boba Fett in the last final episodes of the last season of Mandalorian.
Right.
And this is a series that I was not expecting whatsoever until they announced it. But I'm super excited for it because I liked the way they had Boba Fett being portrayed. Then I thought he was going to be more salty than he was. It's starring Tamora Morrison, who played Jango Fett and then Boba Fett and voiced Boba Fett in the re-releases of the old films. So this guy has been this character for a very, very long time. It also stars Ming-Na Wen and Fennec Shan. So we got a little bit of them in the final episode or two of the last season. And now we have a trailer. I have not seen it. Gabe has not seen it, hence the reaction. And we're excited to check this out. As we do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Gabe, there's also an Ahsoka spin-off series coming out. Which of those are you more excited for?
You know what, man? I gotta say, I'm super excited for Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka was awesome, bro. They had her like in one episode, like 1.5 episode, with Rosario Dawson. Rosario Dawson sold it too, bro. She sold it. But man, I was just impressed with the quality of these episodes. Many of them were easily, there were a few that were like, okay, that's a direct to, streaming services. But there were some, bro, that could have been theatrical releases, man. And I'm like, oh, man, they spent some money on this. My man, Jon Favreau, you know what I'm saying, a long life fan. And he put a lot of work into that season 1. And I hope that season 2 is, this is not The Mandalorian, right? This is Boba Fett. So this is a spin off of it. But I hope they put as much attention to detail in it, Nick. Yeah,
and I got to say, for 57 years old, Ming-Na Wen, man, she's beautiful. Holy cow. I wish I can look half as good at half her age. Actually, I'm half her age. You know what I mean. Anyways, so we're going to go ahead and jump into this right now. Like I said, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And we're going to check this out in 3, 2, 1. Don't forget that.
I am not a bounty hunter. I've heard otherwise.
He got his armor back. Remember that at the end of the last season?
Oh, yeah. But he's not a true Mandalorian.
I know that you sit on the throne of your former employer.
Jabba ruled with fear.
Oh.
I intend to rule with respect.
Love it.
You were all once captains under Jabba the Hutt.
I'm here to make a proposal that's mutually beneficial. Why speak of conflict when cooperation can make us all rich?
What prevents us all from killing you and taking what we want?
Oh. Oh.
If you had spoken such insolence to Jabba, he'd have fed you to his menagerie.
Please. Speak freely.
Ooh, December 29th.
Oh, man.
So, people may not know because this is a newer channel for us. We are both huge Star Wars fans, but we're also not afraid to be honest. we're not, the crazy Star Wars fans that are ready to burn down the building whenever the Star Wars film is not to their liking, but we are huge fans, have huge expectations, love Mandalorian. I'm excited for the series nonetheless. Again, Ming-Na Wen looks fantastic. Boba Fett looks fantastic. I had mentioned earlier Fennec Shawd. That's actually the name of the character from Yinghua. Right. But I had one issue with this. Ming-Na Wen, with this trailer, and that was when Boba Fett was knocking the guy down with the staff.
Right.
The actor wasn't able to sell that, man. That action right there, it looked, no offense, like it just was a little out of his athletic depth, if I could. And hopefully it's not like that in the rest. Maybe that was just a bad take or something like that. They got to clean that up. But other than that, obviously I love the space western that Mandalorian created. I love the fact that we live in a world that we're getting live action Star Wars shows. I've been waiting for this my whole entire life, and I'm super excited for this show.
Yeah, I know exactly the shot you're talking about. And here's the thing, man. How old is he? He's got to be, he was born in 1960. Wow. Nick, did you realize he's from New Zealand? I didn't realize he's from New Zealand.
Yeah.
He's a Kiwi.
Yep. 60 years old.
So my man was born in 1960. So my man is 2 years old, 61 years old. That's a dude. You're right. You could tell he didn't have the physicality to pull off that one scene. With that being said, though, what really surprised me was, and even looking through the IMDb page, pretty much this entire series is going to revolve around him. And again, as you mentioned, Ming-Na Wen, but there's also Jennifer Beals, who we've seen her in other things, but that's it, bro. Like, there's nobody else, no big other actor to help carry this thing, and it worries me a little bit. You know what I mean? Because the original Mandalorian, it already started off with Pedro Pascal, who's a huge actor, right? This guy commands the screen. He's been in a lot of stuff, Oscar nods, all the good stuff. But they also brought in a Rosario Dawson as a supporting character as Ahsoka Tano, right? They also brought him in. I always forget how to pronounce his name.
Tamora Morrison.
Yeah, Tamora Morrison, right? So they had so many people supporting it. As a matter of fact, the main bad guy was what's his name? The guy that plays all the bad guys. He was a bad guy in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
So,
I can't remember his name, but yeah.
But you see what I'm trying to say, bro? It's like one of those situations where, like, does it concern you a little bit that we don't have anybody, or maybe they're just not giving them to us in our credit? But I'm like, man, this is maybe a little bit much for these two relatively not unknown actors, but inexperienced actors to carry on their own an entire season.
Dude, do you remember when? I mean, it was before I was born, but when A New Hope came out, all those guys were unknowns, right? And Star Wars catapulted them. Now, I'm not saying that same exact thing is going to happen, but Morrison, he is Star Wars, for crying out loud. Right. Most of his credits are Star Wars related things. He has been here. He has done all these different things. He was fantastic in Aquaman, for crying out loud.
Right.
But this guy is Star Wars, so I love that he's in there. Ming-Na Wen really, really solidified herself as a Mandalorian Star Wars character. I love that she's coming back. Jennifer Beals, you mentioned that name. I'm like, how do I know that name? She's from Flashdance, man. Right, the water going on or whatever. This girl's been around for a while. So I don't think that this show is going to have the kind of expectation that Mandalorian had, but people are excited about it because they were able to solidify themselves in Mandalorian. And I want to say, for the most part, the Star Wars fans really liked what they saw. And even though we never thought we would get a story about the successor of Jabba the Hutt, I'm super excited about it because it expands the lore. It doesn't have to always be a big, huge thing, and you never know what direction it could take. And I just love that universe is being expanded. They're not just always trying to think about Skywalkers. As much as I love the Skywalker family, we've had enough of that saga. We need different stories and different things going on. And these are short seasons, for crying out loud, so it'll be exciting. The question is, are you guys excited for this? We are, obviously. We have some doubts. We have some questions. We're not 100% sure. We're not out of here flying like as fanboys, like, oh, everything's amazing. But we're super excited. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts. And until next time,
we know all things.